Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial of Elden Ring, a beginner's tutorial with the samurai class, starting from the beginning of the game, and just go over some basic, techniques and places to go when you start a new game in the beginning to make the path of the game a little more straightforward, because it's not tradition. It's not like traditional games that it can get confusing because they kind of only tell you things once and you have to remember where stuff is. And so I'm going to be going over how to get starting a new game with the samurai, going to get the horse, and then going back and getting the spirit ash wolves that you can summon to help you clear out enemy camps. And I'm gonna try and go to get us to the round table hold, which is the main like NPC hub safe room area, where like there's NPCs, quest lines, and a blacksmith to reinforce your weapons, etc. And after that, I'm going to try and make my way up to Margit, which is the first real boss. He's at the gate of Stormveil Castle. And, hopefully it won't take too many tries to beat him. But, so here we go. New game. So we're going to do the samurai class. Name, I don't know. How about Yamamura? Yamamura. Sounds alright. For the keepsake, I'm gonna choose the golden seed, because that gives you an extra healing flask right away. I think I have some presets here as like a character creator. I'm gonna load one up. Looks like I got a few here. I tried to make the dudes from the Berserk fucking anime, but this is my guts character, so I'll use him. Yeah, he's cool. Anyway, so now that that's set, I'm gonna finish, and then we start the game.
The fallen leaves.
And I'm sure everybody's seen this intro cutscene. It's very awesome. Tells the whole backstory, basically. So I'm going to skip it for the sake of the video. Alright, so we've woken up in the Church of Anticipation. We're going to go here, grab this off the dead woman's body. It's tarnished wizened finger, which is, I think this lets you write messages on the ground. Like, you'll see players that write hints or like troll messages that will tell you to jump off a cliff and die, but they try to fool you and stuff. But it's actually really good to use this item and write your own messages, because if people stumble on them in the world and they rate them, it doesn't matter if they rate them as bad or good. You'll get a random boost of health, and it'll say like your message was appraised. So when somebody rates your message, you get a health boost, and it happens randomly. Sometimes it'll happen right in the perfect time, and you'll if you're like dying, somebody rated your message randomly, and you get your health back. It's a good thing. All right, so let's get out of here. In the door. Make our way down to the boss that is ideally supposed to kill you in the beginning. if you're really good, you can actually kill that boss. But you still die anyways, because to get off this island, it's in the middle of nowhere. You have to jump off a cliff and die anyways. So beating this guy, it doesn't really matter if you beat him or not. But I'm gonna try and fight him. I'm gonna hold my weapon with my right hand weapon with 2 hands, and you do that by holding triangle and pressing R1. And that switches from, you know, 2-handed. You press it again, triangle and R1, he'll go back to 1-handed, and you'll have your left hand free. You can hold your left hand shield by doing the same combo, pressing triangle and L1, and that will hold your shield if you really want to do that. But sometimes you might have a sword in your left hand that you want to use, so it's not bad. So, alright, so now let's just fight this guy. Ooh, it's not a good start here. Jump attacks are always great. Jump and R2. They do like pretty good damage. I died anyways, but whatever. You're supposed to die. So now, Melina comes to give us the horse. Well, she doesn't give us the horse yet. We have to do a few things, but she chooses us. She thinks we have what it takes to become the Elden Lord. She says, you know, luck is on our side or something. I'm gonna skip it though. Those are our healing flasks. The red heals your health bar, your HP. The blue heals your mana, or FP it's called, focus points. It's for like weapon skills. Like if you're two-handing the sword, like put it in your two hands, and then you press L2. This is his special move. It's called Unsheath. Like you go to the equipment. If you look under where it says Uji Katana, or if you press if you go in the inventory, you press square, you can change the display of the item and read about it. And the skill is Unsheath. That's the special skill. So basically, what it does is, when you're holding the weapon in your right hand, or in 2 hands, by pressing triangle and R1, you hold L2, and then if you press, he'll sheath the weapon, and then when you press R2, he'll do a huge like slice, you know. And then you can also hold L2 and press R1, and then he does kind of like a horizontal slice. Well, it's a little lighter of an attack. So this guy right here, he says, take the plunge, you know, remember how to do battle. So basically he wants you to go down to the tutorial cave, which is a good thing to do because it teaches you some pretty good stuff. So you just jump down here. You're going to run, you're going to activate this Site of Grace. These are checkpoints that allow you to fast travel, level up at, respawn, etc. Because I chose the golden seed as my starting gift, flasks is highlighted, and I can add a charge to the flask, and it'll give me 1 extra flask of healing. If you go to allocate, you can choose if you want, you know, all health, all, you know, health restoring ones, or if you want, you know, if you're doing magic, you're probably going to want a couple more blue ones to refill for your magic. So, you know, it's up to you. Right now I'm just going to do 4 and 1. 4 reds and 1 blue. Alright, so now, as we go through here, they're going to just tell us the basics. Pressing R3, I'm talking in PlayStation terms because I'm mainly making this for a friend who has PlayStation. I'm actually playing on an Xbox. So, yeah, when you press R3, the right stick or whatever, click it in, that's targeting. You can see the target on the guy. Otherwise, without it locks on. And if you press it again, you're not locked on. So when you see these enemies, you want to lock on. And you always want to try and go up in back of them, right in their back, and press R1. And he'll backstab, kick him off, and that's a critical hit. And you can do that with most enemies if you can get in back of them. Parrying is a pretty difficult skill. You have to time it really well. I'm gonna see if I can parry this guy's sword. Oh no, I missed. All right, he has a little delay. L2. Nope. Nope. Let's try this again. Oh shit! I fucked up. Roll away. Come on, do it again. L2. Wow. Why am I sucking so bad? All right, here we go. Come on, let's parry him. Come on, hit me. Ah, too early again. Why do I... let's try this. What the hell? Roll away. Let's try this. Come on. 1, 2... Come on. There, I got it. Now you go in and you press R1. If you successfully parry him, you'll hear like a sound like that, and he'll stagger. He'll kneel to the ground. Then you just walk up to him and press R1 once, and you'll get a critical stab right in the chest. But I mean, parrying it's hard. It takes really good timing. I'll try it again. No, missed it. You don't have to do it. You can always just go in back of them and backstab. That's a critical hit. R1. Just press R1 once while you're in back of them. Dodging is you press circle. Now when you dodge, you're invincible while you're rolling. That's how the game works. So like you can roll into attacks at the right time and you won't get hurt. Like his sword like will hit you, but since you're invincible in the roll, it doesn't count. And that's how dodge rolling works. They call it I-frames, invincibility frames. So I'm trying to get him back of him, press R1, with a backstab. So there's regular light attacks, you know, that's R1, R1, R1. And when you do a backstep by pressing circle, like that, so if you do backstep and then press R1, he has a different type of attack. He kind of does like a underslash. That's the standing slashes. This is backstep R1, backstep R2. He does a little charge. What's it called? Like a charge thrust. And then there's different moves while crouching too. When you're crouched, he'll do like a little whatever. And then when you're rolling and you press R1 out of an attack, or like when you're getting out of a roll, there's another animation as well as part of the move set. So you'd roll and press R1, and he does this like slash. Sometimes with like other great swords, they'll do like a thrust for like a poke or whatever after you roll, instead of just swinging it horizontally, like the heavier weapons and stuff. But you know, you can play around with that. I always two-hand my weapon because it does more damage. It's like you can see, when I hold it in one hand, we'll go to status. If you look on the way top right hand armament 1 attack power, it's 133. So if I back out and I press triangle and R1 to hold the weapon with 2 hands, I look at status, my right hand armament 1 in the top hand corner, it went up in damage. It's 137 now. So it went from 133 single-handed to 137 with a double-handed. Alright, so let's just get through this part. You can also block attacks with by holding L1. Either with your shield or if you're two-handing a sword. But when you get hit, you lose part of your stamina bar. The green stamina bar governs everything. I'm going to try and counterattack this guy. Basically, you hold the block L1, and then when he hits you once, you press R2. And then you hear ka-ching, and then he'll do a... It's called a guard counter. So you're blocking, and then when he hits you, come on, hit me, dude. What the hell? All right, whatever. You can either circle these guys, try to get in back of them, you know. But the best way to break their posture or their guard is to do a jump and R2. And continuously, see now he's staggered. You go in, press R1, critical hit. Those are the basics, really. And, you know, you can always press X to heal. Down changes your flask and your utility belt. Oh yeah, while you're locked on, if you press the right stick, left or right, it'll change targets. Try and kill this guy. All right, let's try and do a guard counter with them. So I'm gonna let him hit me once. Wait, shit. Hold on. Yeah, see, you let him hit you once while you're blocking with L1. Then quickly press R2 and it goes ka-ching, smash. Do it again. I mean, you could spam R1 too, but these are just little techniques. You know, to dodge arrows, you can either block. Oh, a good thing to know is if you are holding L1 to block, when you get hit or after swinging the sword or, you know, in between hits, you want to let go of L1 or else your stamina won't regenerate. And once you're out of stamina, you can't do anything. So, like, look, I'll let myself lose all my stamina. See, now, see, I can't, nothing, I can't press anything. It's not, I'm not attacking. It's not regenerating. If I hold block, it regenerates really slow. But if you let go of block, it generates faster, the green bar. Jump, attack. Alright, so. Again, let's try a guard counter again. Hold L1. Let him hit you once. Come on, dude. Press R2. And I missed him. But whatever. Let's try it again. But this is the main guard counters is how we're gonna beat the tutorial boss, because he's really weak to them. These guys you can crouch sneak and backstab them with R1. So I think we're approaching the tutorial boss. See, that's stance breaking, jumping in R2, and then when their stance is broken, you just get up right in front of them and you press R1, and he'll do a critical backstab or chest stab, depending on what direction they're facing when they're when they're staggered or whatever. So here's the Soldier of Godric. I'm gonna beat this guy by doing guard counters. So holding R1, I'm gonna let him hit me once, and then I'm gonna press R2 right after he hits me. I see how it did mega damage. He's staggered. Press R1, critical hit, and he's dead. And now we're gonna leave the Cave of Knowledge. So that was all basic stuff. Remember, guard counters are pretty cool. Actually, I didn't even know about them really my first playthrough. I kind of missed that memo on guard counters, how they work. But I've been using them in my technique lately, so that's that. So we're just gonna walk, get through here, activate the grace. These like white fog walls, you need a stone sword key to open them, and they have like hidden stuff in them usually, like secret gear. This is the finger to write your summon sign on the ground if you want someone to summon you into their game. If you wanna summon players into your game, you have to craft an item called a furl calling finger remedy. I know it's weird. There's some plants outside the first church we go to that you can use to craft them. And when you use it, it'll reveal anybody who's put their summon sign down, so you can summon them for help. But if you have like a friend, you're going to want to go in the multiplayer menu when you press start. And you're going to want to assign a password to the room, like 1234 or something, you know, like. And that'll make connecting with your friend easier. Because if you have them set the same password, then, you know, the game will be able to find the person you're trying to play with easier if you guys have the same password. All right, so now I'm going to open this. And we are in Limgrave, the first region of the game. There's a grace site here. Activate that. Guidance of grace. So now when you activate these grace sites, sometimes they'll point a ray of light in a direction. Like if you go on your map, the ray of light's pointing this way. So it wants us to go... You don't have to go there, but it's telling us you should probably go in that general direction if you're going to find some, like the next area of the game that was intended, or another grace site or something. We'll talk to this guy. Now NPCs, they always have more to say, so always talk to them as many times as you can until you've exhausted their dialogue. Because sometimes they'll give you something, or, you know, you have to exhaust their dialogue or else it won't progress what they're... This guy has his own story arc too as a side quest. So he says it's time I set off. So talk to him again. He's saying the same thing. So if he starts repeating the same thing to you, that means you exhausted his dialogue and you said everything that he's had to say. So right here, this is these are summoning pools. You usually find them near boss rooms. So if you were to drop like a Furl Calling Finger Remedy or one of the multiplayer items, people will put their summon signs in these summoning pools, and I think it sends them out to other summoning pools that you've activated. You got to press Y to activate it. So yeah, the summoning pool is it basically you'll get this thing called an effigy, and when you use it, it sends your summon sign to all these different summon pools, and people can summon you in easier. That you know, if they need help or something. This guy on the horse is very powerful. I'm not gonna fight him. I'm gonna go to the left here. I'm gonna run to the left, and we're gonna go to this first church of Ella. Out here you'll find some plants. Well, that's a golden rune. Those will be in your inventory, and you can use them to gain runes and level up. They're like consumable runes. If you use it, they'll go into your like rune wallet there. But if you die, then you'll lose them, and you have one chance to pick them back up once you revive after dying. But if you die before you pick them up, then you'll lose them forever. Now here you see there's a glowing skull on the ground. You'll see these occasionally. You want to break these open because they usually have golden runes inside. The golden rune 1. So if you go to my inventory, I have a golden rune. I'll use it. It's worth 200 runes. Put 200 runes in my pocket. They're consumable. Consumable runes, basically. They come in all shapes and sizes. We'll talk to the... we'll grab this first. The smithing. This is where you can upgrade your weapons. To a certain extent, but then you got to find the blacksmith to make them stronger. This is the merchant Kale. Just gonna just skip his dialogue a little bit. About Kale. He's a nomadic guy. He's selling wares. He recommends buying a crafting kit, which you should buy. I don't do much crafting, but they come in handy when trying to craft these, they call them like blanches or something. They look like potatoes. And they come in different colors, and some of them cure poison and rot and other status effects that would basically drain your health over time. So I'm going to purchase the crafting kit if I have the money. Yeah, it's only like 300 runes. You might as well buy the cookbooks if you can, because that has the recipes. Troll Calling Finger Remedy, that's the thing you have to use to see other people's summon signs, other players. And you can craft those with, I can't remember. You craft them with these plants outside the church. So let's activate the grace. We'll rest here. Get back up. See the light. The golden light is shining like north, like that direction. That's the direction we're gonna go. If you look at the map, it's telling us to go this way. Now, our map is totally blank. It doesn't have anything on it. That's because we have to find the map fragment for the region. And the way you do that is if you look at your map, there'll be little paths and stuff here, like roads. And when you see this icon right here, it looks like I don't know, like a tombstone or a dick. I have no idea. It's like it's kind of a cement like marking tombstone or whatever, and they always have the map fragments in front of them. So if your map is blank and you see this icon right here next to a road, that's where the map fragment will be that will fill in your map. So that's where we're going to go. And I know that to the left of there is the gate front site of grace. So we're going to make our way that way, the way the light is pointing. There's going to be a couple enemies on the way, nothing major. Near that map area, there is the map near where the map fragment is. There's an enemy camp, and we're going to try and methodically take them out. This guy, we're just going to run up, backstab. Oh, I missed it. Wow, I'm missing the backstab roll. There we go. So collect these plants. Rawa fruit. You can actually use those to make Rawa raisins, which you can feed to your horse to give him more stamina and health or something. Just went up to that camper. Pressed R1. Backstabbed him. This guy's not looking anywhere. Alright, so I put those markers. The one on the right is where the map map fragment is to fill in the map, but I'm gonna go around this enemy camp so I don't aggro all the dudes, and I'm gonna activate this gate front site of grace. And this is where Melina or Melina, whatever her name is, she's gonna give us the ring whistle so we can use the horse.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina.
So you have to meet Melina. I'm not sure. She usually just appears at this grace site. That's why I went to it first.
Offer you an accord.
She's giving us a Honda Accord in the form of a horse named Torrent. She's also the one that levels you up at grace sites. She unlocks that menu option to level up with your runes. But I'm going to skip her dialogue just to get this, So she gave us the spectral steed whistle that lets you summon the horse to ride.
Use it will summon Torrent. Treat him with
The horse is named Torrent. You can rest. You can level up if you have any runes.
share them with me.
I don't have enough to level up anything because I need 811, but I only have 207.
Principles you would follow.
So vigor is your health, or if you press the select button and press explanation, you can go down and it'll tell you everything. Vigor is what governs your HP, so the more vigor you have, the more health you'll have. Mind is your FP, or like mana, like magic, the blue meter. And using like weapon skills with L2, that will drain it. But you can replenish it with a flask. But so when you up the mind, you get more of the blue meter. That increases. Endurance is your stamina, which is very important. It might be the most important stat in the game. It gives you more stamina because every time you do an action, you lose, the stamina meter goes down and you have to let it recharge to be able to do more actions. So you're basically committing to an animation, and that takes away stamina, and then the stamina regenerates. But so you want more endurance to get more stamina, and this endurance also affects your equip load. If you see on the right where it says base stats, HP, here, like right here, your equip load. That's how much when you carry a bunch of stuff like in your, that are equipped. If the weight is too high, then you will fat roll. Basically, your dodge roll will be like all slow and not full, and you'll just kind of like roll like a fat dude on the ground, all slow and heavy. So you don't want to you want to keep, I can't remember the percentage. I think it might be, you want to keep your weight like 60% of your max weight. That anything over that, you'll start fat rolling. I think it's 60%. So now we, here, I'll just go over these again. So I was on endurance. So that governs your stamina and your equipment load. The max equipment load that you can carry at once. Strength governs certain weapons will be strength based as far as scaling. You can see what kind of scaling weapons have. They'll have letters next to them, A, B, C, D, or E on the attributes. And then S. S is the best letter. It's like S tier scaling. A is the second best, and then further down, like when you get to E, that's not that great of scaling. But if something has like an A scaling on strength, that means the more strength you have, the more powerful the weapon will be. And it's mostly like heavy swords and stuff, strength. Dexterity is the same thing as strength, really, but it governs more like technical, like artistic, flowing technical weapons, like katanas and twin blades, like Darth Maul style, kind of like it needs you need a lot of dexterity to do these fluid movements and stuff, fast like water flow, wushu, martial arts, any like weapon that is sophisticated, not just like a giant sword, is most likely a dexterity weapon, and they'll scale with dexterity. So the more dexterity you have, if you're using a dexterity weapon, then the more powerful it will get. Intelligence, the more intelligence you have, the more powerful sorceries will be. And sorceries are blue, like they're like blue pieces of paper you'll see in your inventory. And the way you use them is you need to get a staff. There's tons of different staffs in the game, but you need a staff to cast any sorceries. You usually hold it in your left hand, and you can cast a sorcery with L1. So you hold the staff in your left hand. Faith is kind of like intelligence, but it's faith, religious based. You use it makes your incantations more powerful. Incantations are the yellow pieces of paper that have like kind of spells on them. but they're like religious based spells that like healing. They do like healing, and you can throw like lightning spears at dudes and stuff. But so the more faith you have for faith spells or incantations they're called, the more powerful they'll be. And to cast any faith type incantation, you need to have a weapon equipped in your left or right hand called a seal. The earliest one you can get is the finger seal. It's for sale at one of the merchants. Anything that says seal, that will let you cast incantations for faith. Arcane is it governs item discovery, but there's also some rare weapons that scale with it that do like a lot of like blood loss and just like arcane. I think it means like people that it means like it's like knowledge that that not many people know. Like yeah, I think that's the definition of arcane. It's like obscure knowledge or whatever. But basically, it the more arcane you have, the more you'll be likely to get drops, item drops from enemies, because it boosts your discovery. But there's also weapons that scale nicely with arcane, and when you find them and you want to use it, then you'll have to figure that out if you want to incorporate that into your build. But ideally, like, when you find a weapon you like and it scales with something, you're going to want to try and just go all out by putting points in that one stat. Like if you're doing a magic build, you're going to want to put intelligence. You're going to want to try and get that. You're going to want to try and shoot for like 80 intelligence, and then you can put some talismans on, get up to 90. And you're going to want a staff that's like plus 25 or plus 10, depending on the staff, upgraded. And you'll be doing a lot of damage. Same thing applies with the seals for faith things. If you're doing faith, you're going to want to up the crap out of faith and, upgrade your seal to cast the incantations. And then, you're always going to want to add vigor and endurance. You're going to always want to get those up a bit. Maybe mind a lot if you're doing magic. You don't really need it so much for sword play. So yeah, that's basically it. Those are the stats. It's kind of simple when you get used to it. So when I was saying about like the letters on the weapons, like for example, I'll show you the Uji katana. So you go down here, there's attribute scaling. Strength, it scales with D. That's not that great. Dex, it scales with D. That's not that great either. But when you upgrade it, these letters will get better. Like I think when you get it to plus 25, the Dex will be like an A or an S or something. 25 is the highest you can reinforce this weapon. There's other like rare weapons, special weapons that you can't change out the special ability, like Unsheath. They have their own kind of special ability, and they use different type of stones to reinforce. But those go to plus 10. That's the highest you can make the special ones, like the Moonveil Katana or Rivers of Blood. But Uji Katana, that's a regular weapon, plus 25. You can swap out the abilities on it, the special abilities and stuff. This is the required attributes. You need a minimum of 15 dexterity and 11 to use it. And so we'll try and get these letters up better by upgrading the weapon. All right, so that's that. So I'm gonna try and get this get the map fragment over here. Basically, I'm gonna take out this guy. He's guarding treasure in this carriage here. I'm trying to sneak in back of him, backstab him. He's dead. Let's open the chest. Got a Lord Sorn's Greatsword. Equipment. You look at this. scales D with strength and dex, but it can get better when you reinforce it. But the attributes required to use it are 16. But you can use it. It says that you can't use it right now because you don't have the attributes, but if you use two hands, if you hold it with two hands, you can use it. So I'm going to hold this weapon with two hands because I don't have enough strength yet. And this one comes with a pretty cool special move. You hold L2, you go into like a stamp, and then you press R. You press R1 or R2 right after doing it, like while holding that L1 down, and it'll do like a swipe and like knock the guys up in the air. That's the R2 one, and this is L2 and then R1. Kind of not as great. But anyway, let's get the map fragment. It's right here. See where I put the marker? That's the map fragment. Limgrave West. Now we have a map filled in with detail. And when you get to these other brown areas, you'll see one of those icons again where the map fragment will be. So let's try and do a stampward uppercut on this one. And he goes right up in the air. He's fucking dead. This guy, he's tanky. Oh, gotta get the hell out of here. Jump attack. Do the stamp. The stamp really messed him up there. L2 and then R2. But it ate all my FP. So gotta drink a flask, a blue one, to get the FP back. Alright. So anyway, let's go get the... We're gonna go get the wolves now. The spirit ashes. They're like NPCs that you can summon when you get to like little camps like this. And also boss rooms. So what we're going to do is we're going to open our map. We're going to fast travel back to the Church of Ella. And this girl, Renna, should be there. And she'll give us the bell to summon the wolves. She's there right there.
May I have a word?
You talk to her.
A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed. And upon looking into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth the...
Yes, I can call forward the steed. Actually, I need to set that up in my quick pouch. So she gave us the spirit calling bell, and she gave us these wolf spirits.
'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits.
And we can summon those 3 wolves and they'll help us fight.
From ash and return to the earth tree, the spirits will obey. Now it is thine.
Well, now she's gonna take off.
Forgive mine I doubt we shall again meet. How long will it be before the time?
Okay, so she's gone. We'll meet her later in the game, though. She's got a pretty interesting side quest, actually. A really good side quest. It's a little long and hard to follow, but if you look if you look at a guide for it, shouldn't have any problems. So I'm gonna fast travel back to the gate front site of Grace. So now I'm gonna set up my equipment here. So when you press start, all right. So when you go to your equipment, this row right here is your utility belt. You can put the wolves in there if you want. I don't really like to. You can put the horse whistle in there if you want. I don't like to because you'll see. Like if I put them in the utility belt, it's more stuff to scroll through to get to the health. Like you have to press down to scroll through these things, and there's the wolves, there's the spectral steed. You press X to use those items in there, and like the healing and stuff and whatever's highlighted. So you don't really want to be flipping around too many things here to get back to your potion, because you want to have your potion on deck in case you're like dying, you know? You don't want to be like flipping and be like, oh, where's the potion, you know? So I don't usually put those wolves and the horse whistle in the utility belt. I try to keep it as bare as possible with basically just the flasks. But there is there are 4 slots for a pouch, and they're over here. When you press start and you go to the right, these are, you assign them to the D-pad. I personally like to assign the horse to the down D-pad. You press triangle to switch that out. So we're going to put the horse whistle in the down D-pad. And then I like my spirits on the left D-pad of the pouch. So press Y. I'm going to put the wolves in there. So now to access your pouch, it's different from the utility belt, you know, on the left corner there. You hold down triangle and it brings up the pouch. See, hold down triangle, it switches. There's my whistle. If I press down the D-pad, my horse will come. You ride it around. You press L3 to jump off it, to get off the horse. And then, again, the pouch, you press start, you go over to the right, and this is your pouch, and you press triangle to assign different things to the pouch. There's 4 things you can assign. This thing, I don't really know what the point of it is. It makes you lose all your runes and go to the last site of Grace visited, which doesn't really make sense because that's what happens when you die. And you don't lose your runes because, you go back and pick them up. But maybe you use that if, like, you're glitched out or something in the map, or you can't, like, move. You're, like, soft-locked for some reason. Maybe that's the only way to get out. I don't know. I've never used it before. So, the pouch, I keep the whistle for the horse on the down D-pad in the pouch, and I keep my spirits on the left of the pouch. So now, let's walk away for a second. So if you look on the left corner of the screen, when I approach this camp, you see there's like a little gray gravestone icon that just appeared on the left of the screen. That means I can summon spirits to help me. So I'm going to hold triangle to get my pouch out. I'm going to press left on the D-pad because that's where I put my wolves. And we're going to summon the wolves. And now these guys are going to help us fight. So they'll pretty much hang back, and they'll start attacking once you do. Oh, I missed him. Oh, this guy's sounding the alarm. It's gonna be a bloodbath. Here we go. Come on, wolves. Help. Dude, they take some aggro. They're all fighting the wolves, so you can try and get some hits in. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm in a bad spot. Oh, he got me. But anyway, let's try that again. That was sloppy. I got caught up on that little wall there. If you respawn at the Stake of America, there's like a little statue next to camps and boss rooms that allows you to respawn without having to run back too far. Well, it kind of spawned us on the other side of the camp. Whatever, I'll just run over there. Oh, wait, I got the horse, so I'll ride it. Alright, take 2. We're going to clear this camp out. So I'm going to start by summoning the wolves. And I'm going to take it slow. I'm going to crouch, and I'm going to take out this guy, stealth, with R1, get him back of him, press R1 once, backstab, critical hit. I'm going to try and take out as many of... the guy with the alarm, where was he? The dude with the horn blower? This guy's sitting, we can take him out. Crouched. There's another guy here. Behind the bush. Oh, well. Oh, he went after the wolves. All right. Oh, big guy's coming after us. So while they're attacking him, I'll jump attack him, roll away. Maybe I'll do a special. Oh, he's staggered. Go up to him, press R1. Shit. No! Ah! I'm rolling out of here. Whoa, what the hell is this? Alright. I have to try and kite these guys out one at a time. I'm stuck on this, we'll just let these guys kind of, jump. He's staggered. I didn't get the critical hit. Oh, man. That was a little too early. Another guy with a shield. It's the L2 special move with that sword. Stamp uppercut. He was staggered. I couldn't get a critical hit there. Also, when you clear all the enemies out of a camp, you'll get your flasks replenished. The healing flasks. There's a secret treasure chest here. Let's see what's inside. A flail. I've never really used that weapon before. There's still some enemies left. That's why we haven't gotten our flasks yet. I see like some wolves patrolling around and stuff. Let's see where the stragglers are. Kind of always want to click the right stick, R3, because, you know, it'll highlight any enemies that are nearby. Can't see them. Yeah, see this guy? We didn't get him. Once we get all the enemies out of this camp, we'll get our flasks back. Where the hell did he go? Where the hell is this dude? There he is. Oh. Invincibility roll. He's staggered. Critical hit. Still haven't gotten our flask back. There's some other enemies. I think it's their watchdogs. Where are the dogs? Oh, here's one. Oh, yeah, there's some other one. See, vanquishing enemy camps. When you clear out the whole camp, you get your flasks, your healing flask back. See, it's that a little glow up, and now I have my 4 flasks again, 4 in 1. So down here is an item that you're going to want to get down the stairs. It's called a whetstone knife, and it allows you to switch out Ash of War abilities. Like Ashes of War or the weapon skills. Like the Ash of War on... See, it just gave me this one called Storm Stomp. The whetstone knife lets you switch the weapon abilities out when you're resting at a grace site. So like this is an Ash of War. The stamp uppercut, L2, R2. That's what's attached to this weapon. But we can try equipping the one we just got now down there. I think it said Storm Stomp or something it was called. Let's see if it's allowed to go on this weapon. So I'm going to rest at this grace. So you see this menu. It says Ashes of War. You go in it. And I'll select the sword I'm using. Right now the one if you click the right stick in, it'll have a view. You can change the view or whatever, but right now it says I have the stamp upward cut Ash of War skill on it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, if you press if you press square, you'll see it says skill stamp upward cut at the bottom. So that's the Ash of War, but I got this new one called Storm Stomp. I'm going to equip it. And Standard is, you can see what the damage numbers that it does. Some of them, you know, quality might be better for, you know, if you're doing a different build. But it looks like the, well, damage goes down with that one. So I'm just going to keep it on standard. So let's see what this new ability does. I'm going to press L2. Okay, so it makes a little, I guess it's like a little tornado that staggers them, I'm thinking. Yeah. Not that great. I don't really like it. Doesn't work that great. Kind of sucks. I want to go back to the uppercut. Yeah, alright. I'm putting the stamp uppercut skill back on. Ash of War. Ash of War. Where the hell is my undo enhancement? Okay, so when I took that off, I have the skill that it came with now, the stamp uppercut, which was pretty awesome. Made the enemies fly in the air. Pretty great skill. You run up and you do like L2, R2. L2, R2. Alright, so that's that. Looks like I have some runes here I can level up a little bit. Go up 2 levels. Alright, so I'll put that in. I'll put it in. I'm just gonna put it all those 2 in endurance. Up the endurance to 15. You can do it how you want to, obviously. Alright, so now we're gonna make our way to the east of Limgrave, because there's a church out there that has a sacred tear to make your flask give more energy back to you. Like as far as refilling the health bar, not like the amount of uses, but it makes the uses more stronger. So we're gonna ride over that way, and then there's also a portal over there that will transport you to another area of the world. Kind of a high level area, but it's a good farming spot for runes. And also it will unlock the being able to go to the Round Table Hold, which is the main hub with like the blacksmith and the there's a bunch of NPCs in there that sell stuff and have quests. I don't think the lightning, these guys are kind of tough. You don't want to like hold R2 and if you don't want to fight them on horse or just run away. I don't really feel like fighting them actually, but I know there's a site of grace around here somewhere. I think it's this way. Yeah, there's one down beneath these rocks. Alright, so we're going to continue our journey eastward. Best way to get there, because there's a big gap here and we'll die if we try to jump it. We're going to follow the road, I guess. Put some markers here. Follow the path. See the little gravestone icon on the left came up? That means we can summon our wolves to help us fight. We took away half our FP though, so refill that. Alright. Hiding soldiers. Oh no, wow. Wow, these guys are rough. Backing away. Healing. Got him. Get their dog. Get him, guys. Get him. Alright. I just got sidetracked on this camp just to demonstrate the the spirit summons. Oh, we got another big guy. That only took half his health away. Gotta heal up. Oh, he buffed. But he's dead. Got a cookbook for crafting. Uh-oh, this one's on a horse. The wolves help a lot. Get down off there. Alright. There's more? That cleared the whole camp, but we got the flask back. Let's collect these butterflies. Alright. Back to what we were doing. We were going east. But we gotta go around kind of the long way, because there's a canyon here. Oh, this guy. This guy's like asking, can I see him? I had no idea like where he was talking from, but apparently he's disguised as this bush, so you have to hit this bush right here. And then he turns into himself and you talk to him. He's Bach. He's like a seamster. He can alter your clothes. But you gotta like you gotta follow his side quest. And then he can become your personal tailor. So like basically all he does is like, remove capes off like certain gear pieces if you want the cape like removed, or puts it back, or you can put the cape back on. You can actually like alter the clothes yourself too, but I don't know. He's a nice NPC. We're just gonna ride past these guys. We're making our way east to the First Church of America. We see, well, these guys are getting shot by arrows here. You hold R2, he'll drag the sword down on the ground, then when you let go of it, they'll attack. I think it works on the left side too. So like L2 will drag it on the left side and let go of it, brings it up. That's kind of like the basics of fighting on horseback. R1 does light attacks, L1 does... Oh, there's some grace here. Let's get that. Up here, there's some dork named, or it looks like the gravestone popped up. We can summon the wolves again.
Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height, serving the order and celebrating repudiator of the false.
We got a little bunch of, what are these, demi-humans or something? You always want to kind of kite them out. Always try and get jump attacks in if you can, because they do more damage. Two-handed jump attacks. Shit. Two-handed R2 jumps. Any more of these guys? All right, let's go talk to this dork, Kenneth Height. His side quest is kind of pointless, but he gives you information that he has like a fort to the south. And then, yeah, there's stuff you got to get in that fort too. He's over here cowering like a asshole.
You've come to lend me your aid, have you? Well, that's so. Despite appearances, you might have heard of me. Young Tarnished.
Never heard of you.
I will take back my knight commander from Stormveil.
Yeah, I guess the knights went crazy and took his fort, kicked him out. So he wants you to go get it back. This fort is like somewhere over here. Oh, look, see one of those icons? That's where the next map fragment is. I'm gonna put a marker on that.
What are you waiting for? My fort. Oh, I threaten us.
He wants a reward, yeah.
Yes. Now, I would bet
I'm gonna keep talking to him till he finishes talking. Any more? Anything else to say? Okay, he's saying the same thing over now, so that's fine. Alright, back to the... Getting over to the Church of Ella. First... No, not the Church of Ella. Oh, crap. I was hoping I didn't... No, I died from fall damage there. I thought I timed the double jump right, but I didn't. No big deal. I'll just respawn at the Grace. We were right there anyways. Let's ride past all the guys. So, you know, we're heading eastward on the path. There's gonna be a giant troll here. You can just ride past him. So we're making our way to this church. First Church of America. Always run over those skulls because they might have some golden runes. You gotta run over them and press triangle to pick the stuff up. So there's a... this is the Flask of Wondrous Physic. This is a third flask. You can use it once per rest at the Grace site. You mix these things called cracked tears in them, and they give you like buffs of, you know, they'll give you different buffs and whatnot. So we got like a crimson crystal tear in the flask. So what that does is if we tab over, where are so the crimson crystal tear, press square, it'll let you know what it does. The crystal tear forms slowly over the ages, where the Erdtree's bounty falls to the ground, can be mixed in the Flask of Wondrous Physic. This resulting concoction, okay, so it'll restore half your HP. So it's kind of like a backup emergency. And to mix the Physic Flask, you have to rest at a site of grace. And there'll be an option that says mix wondrous physic. So here we'll have you'll get various tiers that you can mix like 2 tiers at once, but we only have 1, so this one restores half your health. So that'll be good in an emergency. I never really used the sort chest, but so to equip the physic, it's already in our... I guess it already automatically went into our utility belt. So now we have the Crimson Tears, which restores your health, 4 uses, 1 use of the blue stuff, and then the Wondrous Physic, which gets 1 use. But you get it back when you rest at a Grace site again. Or clear out an enemy camp, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, we have to talk to Melina here, because it was blinking.
Spoken echoes linger here, words of Queen Marika, if you wish. Very well. In Marika's own words, my lord, and thy warriors, with thine eyes dim, ye will wage war. Well,
can we level up?
shall I turn? Let my share them with me.
Oh, I didn't go grab my runes. I should go grab my runes. Wait, there's something else over here. Sacred Tear. I believe this reinforces your flask, your healing flask. Like it'll increase amount replenished by the flask. So like you'll get more out of one use, one swig of it. So yeah, the sacred tears, they're always, I think you find them at these churches. That's where they usually always are. Golden seeds, you'll see these little glowing gold trees, and those are where you'll find the golden seeds to add another, to give you another flask, like another usage of it. Like I found another golden seed and used it, instead of 4 health uses, I'd have 5. And so on and so on. I forget what the max is though. Alright, so I'm just gonna grab my runes really quick. I remember where I died. I jumped off that that stupid over there where I put the marker. Also, if you look at the map up there, that golden circle on the compass, that's where your stuff is. You dropped the runes you dropped when you died. Where the hell are they? They must be up top. Probably up top because I jumped off that ruin, and that's when I died. So they usually spawn where you jumped off of. Where are they? I'm not seeing them. There they are, right in front of the Kenneth Height. Pick those back up. So when you do jump off of stuff like that's high, you're gonna want to jump and then double jump. And that took a little bit of health, but I didn't die. No. Kind of want to use the double jump kind of late so that you get a soft landing. All right, so back at the First Church of America, or Third Church or whatever. Sorry about that. I'm gonna rest at the Grace. This is where it is on the map. I'm actually gonna go grab. This is where the map fragment is to fill in this map. I'm gonna go grab that first. Then I'm gonna show you where this secret portal is that will bring you to a decent area to farm runes with kind of powerful enemies. But if you sneak behind them, you should be able to kill them and stuff. They drop like 1,000 runes a piece. They're like these little small midget like soldier guys, but like they have like really powerful like one-shot kill kind of. I don't really know what their weapons are, but they kind of one-shot kill you. I gotta remove some of these markers. Okay, so oh, I know where this map stone is. There's like a giant wolverine next to it, so you kind of got to get in and out. Yeah, see, there's a bear or whatever. Should be near the path. Where's the map stone? There it is, right here in front of this thing. And we got our map. Alright, so now I'm going to ride back to that church. Actually, I could just fast... You can't fast travel when you're being targeted. Like, if you try to bring up the map and you hear that noise, that means an enemy has... there's an enemy fixed on you. So you kind of just got to ride away until you can press it again. And I'm still being targeted for some reason. I'm not sure why. Here we go. Alright, I'm traveling back to the third church. So just to recap, we started the game here, the Cave of Knowledge. And then we went straight to the Church of Ella. Then we went to the gate front, Site of Grace. And that's where she gave us the horse. And then we fast traveled back to the Church of Ella. And then that's when Renna gave us the wolves to summon to help us fight. And then we went back to gate front. We killed that, cleared out the camp. We got the whetstone knife underneath in the treasure chest that lets you change out weapon abilities called Ashes of War when you're resting at a grace site. And then we made we went around the path here until we got to this road. So we got to the third church of Ella. That's where we are right now. Well, Or wait, no, we're not. I went to go get my runes. I got to fast travel back there. Make it quicker. Okay, so this is, I'm going to show you there's a hidden portal over here that'll bring you to another land, another region of the world. That's kind of high, kind of for high level, but I'm doing this so that, like, because once you leave Limgrave, that's when Melina will let you travel to the Round Table Hold, which is like the safe house hub. So as you can see, I exited the church from, let me just redo this again. So this is the Third Church of America. Third Church America. That's the Grace. So basically you want to go, that's the statue. I just want to jump out like towards the north. Make your way into this little river here. And bear right. And behind the bushes there will be a magic mirror teleporter. And if you examine it, it says travel to another place. We're going to say yes. Rails Dragon Barrow. Now it'll look scary because you got this giant guy who will kick your ass if you aggro him. So just walk into the, open the door. There's a site of grace in here. Activate the grace. Now where we are in the map, we're all the way up in the top right here. This is where we were. We were at the Third Church. The magic mirror was right here in this little, like, creek or whatever. And it teleported us all the way up here. Bestial Sanctum. There's a guy in here you can talk to, the Cleric Beast. And he'll give you some stuff. He will give you some stuff when you find this item called Death Root. He likes to eat this stuff called Death Root. And you'll find it around these like cemeteries where you'll see like an enemy. There's like a mini boss. He's called the Tibia Mariner, and he's like a phantom, and he rides this rowboat in like these little ponds near like graveyards. And he summons skeletons and stuff. And when you kill him, you'll get like a Death Root. And when you give the Death Root to this guy, he'll give you some items. So anyway, so we're gonna... Oh, let's rest at the Grace first. Melina should invite us to the Round Table Hold now.
Forgive me. I've been testing you to determine if the Elden Ring would truly, if you had the metal. It seems my worries were Torrent had your measure, whereas there is, but I can take you to the Round Table Hold gathering place.
So you say go to the Round Table Hold.
Let my hand rest upon you.
And that's the safe house with all these NPCs are for like side quest, and there's a blacksmith. There's a blacksmith that can upgrade your weapons past the normal amount you would be able to do yourself at a regular workbench. So this is the Round Table Hold. There's no combat allowed in here. Unless you jump down the balcony, this NPC invader will spawn. You talk to these guys. You gotta search it, because these guys like are really camouflaged. There's Gideon. When you see that icon on the left-hand side, the little circle, that means it's a safe zone. You can't even... I'm pressing attack and nothing's happening. You can't attack in here. So basically, you just talk to all these guys. You know, they all have they have some cryptic side quests. There's a woman in here as a side quest. This is the blacksmith.
You're a new fame, no matter. Loud, you're up.
So you can strengthen your armament. Ash of War. You can put Ashes of War on stuff. I never really sell anything because it's not worth it. Just keep everything. You have unlimited inventory, really. Can we strengthen our sword? What about the Uji katana? I don't have the smithing stones for it. I need smithing stone 1, but I need 2 of them, and I only have 1, so I gotta find another one to upgrade. You can talk to him.
So you've noticed the chains. Nothing special. I'm a prisoner. I'm trapped. That's all there is. No, well, no grudge in my being a besides, despite my deciding.
Alright, so down here, you're gonna need a stone sword key, and it'll open up another room in this place that has some items. To do that, you go up to the little statue and it'll say like use stone sword key if you have one. You'll find stone sword keys all over the place. So now if we continue around here, oh, another thing, later you'll meet this this girl, and she's a spirit tuner, and what she does is, like, she'll be here sitting on the ground, or she might be by the fireplace once we progress later in the game. But what she does is she can make your spirit summons stronger. So like your wolves or whatever you have that you're summoning, she can up the level of those if you have the right materials. You need like this stuff called grave glovewort and ghost glovewort, and you can find them in the catacomb dungeons. There's catacombs in every area, and that's where you can find that resource to level up your spirit wolves. This guy, he sells miracles. He's like a faith guy. He sells incantations. These are the yellow things I was talking about, which you need a thing called a seal to cast. They're faith-based. This guy is just a weirdo. He just stands and he gives you a gesture. What do you want? An emote he gave. Over here, there's this statue here, and it's actually a shop. You'll find these things called bell bearings, which will like unlock more items for them to sell. But here you can get some basic stuff. Later on in the game, so this is the finger seal. This is what I was talking about. This is what you need to use incantations, or the miracles that guy was selling. The yellow pieces of paper, the faith-based sorcery, I like to call it. If you're using the blue pieces of paper, which are sorceries, glintstone sorceries, you need a staff to cast those. But I don't have it, and so we're just gonna leave here. This is a multiplayer item. If like people need help, if they're being invaded, then if you wear that and activate it, you'll be like on call to help people. It'll like automatically summon you into their world, and you can help them defeat the invader that is invading them or something. All right, so that's all that. That's all we really need to do in here right now. So there's also a site of grace in here, and most of these doors will open up later when you progress the game. But if you go to this table, you can sit at the grace and, you know, level up if you want. I can go up a little bit, so let's do let's get our vigor up a little bit. So now, if you look on the map, Round Table Hold, it doesn't exist in the actual land. It's like in another realm. So there's no way to like ride your horse to it or anything. You can only fast travel to it, and it's at the bottom left of the map. The Table of Lost Grace, Round Table Hold. The only way to leave the place is to fast travel out of it. Another note, it is a no combat zone, but when you jump down this balcony here, there will be a NPC invader who's kind of tough. He'll probably kill me. We'll see. Is he gonna... Oh, yeah, here he is. Mad Tongue Aldrich. He does a bow first, and then he's gonna start attacking. He has like these frostbite attacks. He's a tanky motherfucker too. Let's see if I can kill him. Oh man, I missed. You don't want to get caught up in that, you'll get frostbite. Oh, I got one little hit on him. Did like no damage. I gotta reinforce my sword. He got me. Basically, come back to that guy later. He's a little too powerful for us right now. I'm not sure if my runes stay down on the ground down there. They probably do. Or did I never have any runes? What the hell? No, they're gone. Oh, they're down there on the ground. So that guy's gonna spawn again if I go and try and collect him. I'm gonna try one more attempt at him. Try and chip away at him. Maybe I should get the Uji katana. Just try that. Try and dodge these things. Try and hit him one at a time, you know. Let him do his attacks. Wait for an opening. Ooh, frostbite. Keeps... Rolling gives you iframes, so I can roll into that stuff and I won't get hurt as long as I do it at the right time. I want to stay out of that fog. He got almost half his health down. Jump attack R2, two-handed. Oh shit, that's his like insta-kill move. Oh well, whatever. No big deal. It was a fun little fight. You go back to him later, you'll kill him really easy once you're leveled up. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the where we were before and show where the good rune farming spot is to get a bunch of runes. It might be a little difficult being this level, but we'll see. So we're going to want to hop on our horse and just ride straight. Ride straight. You'll see these midget guys. Those are the guys we want to kill. Up ahead, there's like a little golden like stick out of the ground. There's a gold. That's where golden seeds are. So we're gonna press Y. We got a golden seed. So we're just gonna keep riding straight. Just keep riding straight until we get to the bridge. There's a site of grace. You gotta watch out for that bridge because there's a giant dragon on it. So we'll activate this. We'll rest. Oh yeah, I have a golden seed that I collected, so we'll get another flask to use. So now I have 5. Okay, so these there's these little tiny like dudes that can one-shot kill you, but if you crouch and try and sneak up on them, you can critical hit them. But it's hard to see what direction they're facing. But I'm just going to just wing it. I'm just going to try and run up in back of him and do R1. Critical hit. Okay, so it took like pretty much a lot of his health. So we're going to want to back away. See, that stuff will kill you right there. Oh man, I'm almost dead. Gonna heal. Try the L2, R2. So he's dead, and we gave us 1,094 runes. And there's a bunch of those little guys here. It's best to try and sneak up behind them and backstab them with an R1 attack. I know there's one right here. Let's see if we can get him. Oh, he sees us. See, I got in back of him, pressed R1, gave a critical hit. He's not dead, though. He's staggered. Once he's staggered, run up to him and press R1 to get the critical. Alright, so we got 2,000 runes from doing that. Let's go back to the Site of Grace, and those guys will respawn. So they give like 1,000 runes each, like a little bit over 1,000. So this is a good farming spot early game to level up your stats if you want to farm for some runes. I'll put my what should I do? Dexterity. I kind of want to get my strength up to 16 so I can use that sword. Or endurance. Now maybe more health, because I'm going to go try and fight Margit, the first boss right now. I don't know how well I'm going to do, but I'm going to try and attempt to fight him. So he is in Castle Stormveil, which is this area here. To get there, we're going to go to the gate front Site of Grace. And we're going to get on our horse. Come on. And we're just going to ride like hell through the gate. There's a troll up there. He's going to jump down. Don't get caught in the traps. Just keep pressing circle to go faster. Double jump over these guys. Now, if we go up here, on the right, there should be a golden seed. This tree. And then we keep riding the path. A bunch of wolves are going to fall down from the sky. You go to the right here, and there's a grace checkpoint. And let's rest and reset the enemies. And now in this shack is the girl that I was talking about. She's a spirit tuner, and she makes your wolves powerful. Or, you know, you'll get more spirits other than the wolves later in the game. And, you know, you can use whatever you want, but she'll level up the spirits that you have. Like, I only have the wolves right now. Once she goes to the round table hold, so you got to speak to her.
Everyone's been grafted. Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me, only to have their arms taken. Did you know, if you're grafted by the spider, you become a chrysalid?
So the guy in the castle she's talking about, the boss, he takes like tarnished people like yourself and grafts like their body parts to him to make him stronger. So like he'll like cut off all their arms and legs and he'll graft them to his body. So like when you see him, he'll have like all these like arms on his back, like all these like different, you know, they're just like grafted on, like stitched on.
You're all on your own, are you?
So like all the people she was with, they got killed and were grafted to this boss.
But I don't have your courage. It's scary.
So you want to, you know, you want to just exhaust her dialogue. She'll give you a jellyfish spirit that she found, which is actually a key item for another, like a later quest. But you can also summon it to help you. I believe it shoots poison out at the enemies.
The poor thing does, and it'll be glad of your courage. It was a pleasure to
So-
tell them I love and finally get.
So you just keep talking to her until she's done talking.
Can you tell them I love and finally get.
She's saying the same thing over. Pleasure to see you, blah, blah, blah.
Tell them I love them. I'm finally getting.
Okay, she said she's going to be joining at the round table soon enough. So once we rest, I think she'll be gone, or once we leave the area, she'll be gone, and she'll be at the round table hold, which is down here. So she gave us a jellyfish spirit. So we go in our inventory, we can check it out. Got to tab over to where our spirits are. There they are. So these are the wolves. If you press square, you'll get like a, you know, a lore description of them. They're the ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell. Used to summon the spirits of 3 lone wolves. Spirits of the wolves chased from their pack. They later encountered a nameless tarnished, which is you, or me, or whatever, who welcomed them as hunting companions. The wolf spirits overwhelm enemies with their agility, aiding the summoner in combat. Now let's check out the jellyfish. Spirit jellyfish ashes. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell. Used to summon a spirit jellyfish. A floating spirit that illuminates the surroundings. Prone to tears, the jellyfish girl searches for her distant home, will bravely spew poison at foes on her summoner's behalf. It seems her name is Aurelia, so she has a name. And yeah, so she's looking for her home or something. But it says when you summon her, she'll light up. So she can act as like a lantern for dark areas. You know, if you're allowed to summon her in places. She'll light up the area and she'll spew poison and inflict poison on the enemies. Which I've never really tried her. I'm not sure how weak she is. As far as like how many hits she can take before she dies, but I mean if they die you could still use them again later. You know, they just go away for that one battle once they lose their health. I'm going to stick with the wolves for now though. And I'm going to make our way up to the castle. So just to recap, we are here. We started at gate front, we followed the path. We're here. Now we're going to follow the path more around. I think that's the way. Yeah, we're going to follow the path until we get somewhere around here. There'll be a site of grace here. And then the first boss is on this bridge. So we're going to go around this road, go horseshoe, and then we're going to get to the grace. You just got to be careful though, because there's these enemies that are shooting like giant crossbow spear things or flaming cannon arrows. I'm not really sure what they are, but they can knock you off your horse. You'll see in a minute. Like usually, oh, these things you want to kill them when you see them, or they'll disappear. They have items in them. They're called teardrop scarabs. What the hell? There we go. We got a new Ash of War, Wild Strikes. So we're just gonna try and just jump past these guys and not get shot by the cannon. Just gonna run through here. We can't ride the horse, so we're gonna disembark. We're not allowed to ride the horse in here. We're gonna run because they're chasing us right now. We're gonna run, and on the left there's a grace. And you know, I might try taking them out. Whatever. There's a grace right there. You can't rest at the grace when there's enemies next to it. There's another one? Oh. Alright, let's rest at the grace and let's try and fight the first boss. He's a little challenging, but he's really weak to like two-handed jump attacks. They break his posture very easily. And if you're really struggling with him, there is a merchant in Limgrave in a cave that sells this thing called Margit Shackle, and you can use it like 3 times, and it like puts these like gold chains over him and, you know, holds him to the ground for like 3 seconds. Really, it's not even that amazing, but I'm gonna try and just fight him with what I have here. I'm gonna use the I think I'm gonna do the great sword double-handed maybe. Unless I can get more, let me see if I have some, I have these runes here. So that gave us little extra runes. Let me see if I can level up a little bit. let's see. What do I want here? It only gives us like 1 extra point of damage. Doesn't really matter at this point. You know, I think I'd probably want to take a... I'm going to put it in endurance because you always need some stamina, you know, to swing the sword and dodge and stuff. So let's activate that summoning pool. Now here you'll see a summon sign, and you touch it. Sorcerer Rogier. He's an NPC that can help us. So we can summon him, and we can summon our spirit wolves to help us fight this battle. He's an NPC. So now we're going to go into the boss room, and then once the cutscene is over, we're going to summon our wolves by holding triangle, bringing the pouch out, and pressing the D-pad to where they are. Mine are on the left. So I would hold Y and press left to summon them. But we have to wait until after the cutscene. So let's go, buddy. This is Margit.
In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
I may be a little underleveled for this guy, so I might die a few times. I don't know. We'll see.
Let it be Margit the Fell.
You don't want to brute force your way. You kind of want to do jump attacks, back away. Oh, go and dodge that. Where's our dudes? Oh, I didn't get the wolves out. Let me get the wolves, summon. Go after them, guys. All right, he's busy with Rogier, so I'm going to run up and I'm going to hit him. Shit. Oh shit. Heal. Oh, he's staggered. Now go up, press R1. Oh shit, I missed the opportunity to get the critical hit. Let's try and stagger him again. What the hell? Why am I not hitting him? Oh wow, dude. What the hell? When he gets to half damage, he's going to do like some crazier moves. Oh, he's staggered, so now walk up, press R1, and get a critical hit. And it takes out a chunk of his health there. You'll know he's staggered when you hear that noise, like boom, and then he kneels on the ground for a couple seconds. Why am I not doing any fucking damage with these jump attacks? Kind of... Oh, Rogier died. That sucks. Uh-oh. Shit. Not good. God damn. Get away from me, dude. Oh, God, the area of attack on that one sucks. I died. Let's try it again. Just run it back. Of course, you can always go grind and level up more. I'm kind of under-leveled for this fight right now. Oh shit, I forgot to summon Rogier. Oh well. If you keep on him with the jumps, it should stagger him. There it goes. And then R1, get a critical in. Didn't take much off, but you know, we're chipping away at him. Oh, shit. Roll away. Jesus. That did a stamp uppercut did some decent damage. Roll. Yeah, that one's delayed. Shit. Heal. Oh man, this is bad. Not looking too good. I'm really hoping I can stagger him. Ah, close. If I had Sorcerer Rogier with me, I think I could have got him. Let's try again. All right, here we go. You ready, dude? Let's go. Let's get the wolves out. Let's try and go pwn. Roll. Where's my sword? I got my sword out. Oh, yeah. Now he's like focused on me. He's staggered. Oh, Rogier got a little critical in there. I keep like jumping too late. Or too early rather. Try and go in for an uppercut, stamp uppercut. Let my stamina regenerate. I still have 4 flasks left, which is good. Oh, let me get that critical hit. R1. Alright, he's got a little bit left. Can't screw this up now. Roll. Shit. Fuck. No! Oh, so close! Next time, this next one I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him for sure. I got greedy at the end. Where is he? Oh, here he is. All right, we're running it back, Rogier. Let's go. Get the wolves. Now let's go Pone. Oh, Jesus Christ. A little more aggravated than usual. You can parry that hit. It's a little hard though. That overhead attack that he does. The stick. Oh, he's down. Let me get the critical. Boom. Go up, press R1. Get the critical while he's staggered. He's staggered. Critical. Back away. Roll. Oh, God. That one tricks me a lot. I always get... I think you're supposed to, like, dodge into it instead of away. He's staggered again. What the hell? Critical. Shit, I missed the opportunity. Damn it. It's almost dead, though. That's what I said the last time. I'm not going to jinx it. Heal. Oh, shit. He's down. R1. Oh, we're close here. He's literally got one hit. Got him. Little emote. Boom. So when you beat like the bosses, you get a pouch to put another, like to put a talisman in. I think the max amount of talismans is 4, but if we look at our equipment, I only had 1 spot there for talismans, but now there's 2. So each boss you beat, they give you a talisman pouch, but they also, I'm not sure if this guy gives a remembrance. Let me see. Boss remembrances you can turn into the woman at the round table hold, and she will, you can exchange it for like the boss weapon. He's kind of like he's technically a mini boss, so there's no like remembrance for him. So now we're at the first major dungeon and Stormveil Castle. And you know, it's a little tricky to navigate. It's like a maze, and but if you can beat Margit, that boss that I just beat, then you can beat the next boss. He's not as he's almost easier kind of. And I'll go back to the round. Let me rest at this grace. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of runes now from beating him. How much did he give us? 9,000. We can level up. So I can go put my strength to 16 so I could use that sword properly, because that was the minimum requirement. And that's about all I can do. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to travel back to the Table of Grace. Well, here, actually, let's go up to the gate of Stormveil. I'll show like a little tip of how to get in the place. So there's Grace Site here. We're going to activate it. Now in here, there's going to be an NPC, and he'll tell you to go through the side, which is really the way you're supposed to go.
I would advise against taking the main gate. It's tightly guarded. Ooh, the guards.
The main gate, he's advising against it because there's mad, like, they shoot like all these crazy like spears from like giant crossbows at you when you go in. But I like to say I'll use the gate just so the gate opens, because there's some items there that you can collect. Basically, you gotta just roll around and collect it, and just keep rolling and not, to try to not let the arrows hit you. So you say, yes, I'll use the gate, and then you go stand in front of the gate, and they'll say, open the gate.
The gates! Open the gates!
Now, as soon as you step foot in here, they're going to shoot like these one-shot kill crossbow things. So what we're going to do is, to collect these items, we're going to roll, and then we're going to press triangle, roll a circle, triangle. And keep rolling, because we're invincible when we roll. And look, we didn't get hit. But I can show you how much damage they do, as an example. See? That wasn't even inside, though. Outside, if I was inside the gate, that would have killed me in one shot. But you want to just roll around and collect the things while you're rolling. And just back out. I'm going to rest here for a second. But the guy's right. You don't really want to go in the main gate. You want to go in the side over here. And there's gonna be some platforming and stuff, and there's gonna be some knights that are really kind of hard to kill. They're really tanky, and they chase after you. There's a crazy bird here with like razor blades for talons. Gotta like kind of did the L2 stamp R2 uppercut at him. Killed him in one shot. And then there's a grace here. I'm not going to go through this entire dungeon, but let's activate that. There's a guy up there. You know, the bow and arrow, you can always use that to like lure dudes out. I'm pretty shitty with it. I think that got his attention. Nope, too low. You press up on the D-pad, you can zoom in a little bit. Oh yeah, here he comes. He's the guy that sounds the alarm, so now that he's coming by. He's got his little cronies with him. Backstab. There's a lot of like traps in this place. Like, for instance, right here, there's these barrels with gunpowder in them, and these guys are gonna throw like flaming shit at them and make them explode when you walk there. So kind of hang back, let them kill all the barrels. And then go just make a run for it. Get this guy. Heal up here. There's like some stuff, secret stuff out here. Items and stuff, but there's more barrels here. You gotta mind your surroundings. Let the guy throw it and blow them up. Then just rush him. Now, I'm probably gonna die here because there's this knight, and the dude locks you inside the room with him. It's where you get the key to get to the next area. I'll try and fight the knight, but usually you can kind of just run. You can kind of just, the key is over there where that glowing thing is, and there's also a chest in the left side of the room that has a talisman. I think it enhances guard counters or something. Oops. But there's there's a knight in here, and he's kind of difficult. I'm gonna see if I can kill him. He'll probably kill me though, but we'll see. The good thing is, oh, whoa. See, that shield bash is pretty powerful. Stamp uppercut. Oh, I got him. He's staggered. What the hell? Yo, I've never killed that guy on the first try. I always get fucked by him. Well, in this treasure chest, there's a curved sword talisman, which you can equip in the talisman section. What it does is it enhances guard counters. And there's some lore, you know. It is said that the blind swordsman was the originator of this technique, the art of allowing one's opponent to strike so as to leave them vulnerable is to a well-timed reply. So what that does is it enhances the attack of that's the key right there to get to the next area. We'll just get it out of here. If you die from that night, you can always come back and just run in, get the key, and run out, or run in, get the treasure, die, and run in, run out, whatever. I got lucky killing him there. This move though, the L2 R2 on that sword, stamp uppercut, it really, when he didn't have his shield on him, it really did a lot of damage. But it uses up FP, so you gotta regenerate that. But anyway, this key, that key we just got, it unlocks the door. Where the hell's the door? I'm losing my mind. Oh, it's down there. There's a lot of stuff in this castle, like lots of hidden, there's like hidden passageways. There's even like a basement area that's hidden with like a bunch of cool items and stuff. But, you know, we basically climb up there. There's going to be a guy on this corner on the left, and he'll try to backstab you. So what we're going to do is we're just going to roll, and we're going to hit him. He comes out because he's hiding right here in the corner. And then if we go this way, you got to be careful because there's holes in the ground. So you got to jump. Got to use your Mario skills. Kill this guy. There's some secret things that way. You'll see. There's like a, you know, outside in the hole. There's places you can drop down to like collect that stuff. What I'm going to do though, I'm just going to get to this next grace site in here, and then I'm going to go back to the round table hold and show you the spirit tuning girl. That can increase the power of your spirit summons, like the wolves and whatnot. And then we're going to cut the video, and that should be enough to know how to play the game. There's a knight up here. Same kind of knight. He's patrolling. You hide here, he can't see you. Kind of got to... I always check over here for something, but I don't think there's anything here. To get that secret item though, that was in the hole of the wall. You got to drop down. There's a secret platform here. You got to drop down carefully. And then there's the item. I don't even think it's that great of an item. It's kind of like, I think it's like a leaf or something. Oh crap. Almost died. Yeah, I don't know what that does, but I'm sure if you read the description, you can figure it out. So now we got to jump back onto this platform. And then jump over this. Alright, so we're going to hide here, and his back is turned. We're just going to run up the stairs. Just bolt it. He's going to try and chase us if he sees us, but just run up the stairs and then run into this door, and then there's the grace. Like when I first played the game, getting to that grace was really hard. So that's why I decided to include it in the video. But, you know, the rest of the dungeon is out here and down there, and, you know, so very beautiful stuff here. So anyway, I'm going to go back to the round table hold and show you the girl Rodrika that we met at that shack. She's a spirit tuner. Now, where the hell is she? She said she would be back here. Oh, you know what? Where the heck? She's not here. What if I rest? You know what it is? I think I think she comes back here once you beat the boss of Stormveil Castle, Godric the Grafted. Then she'll be at the Round Table Hold, and you can upgrade your spirits with her. So, I hope this guide helped. Anybody that's starting the game out, you know, it's just some tips for like a, you know, a seamless kind of head start on the mechanics and how the game works, and mostly where to go in the beginning to get the stuff you need to, you know, help you fight bosses like the wolves and the horse, and how to navigate the dungeon, how to kill Margit. You know, that's a roadblock. Took me like, what, four tries, was it? Maybe 5? But I got him in the end, and I was only like level, I was only level 15 as far as like character level up here. I had 15 vigor, 11 mind, 16 endurance. I had 12 strength when I fought him. I had 15 dexterity, what I had when I started the game. Everything else is what I had when I started the game. And I was using the Lord Sorin's Great Sword, holding it with 2 hands because I didn't have enough strength to hold it with 1. And I was using the special ability that kind of knocks people up in the air, that consumes FP. It's called Stamp Uppercut. You press L2, or no, sorry, you hold L2, and then once he stomps, you press R2. And it'll knock people up in the air with that, but it consumes a little bit of the FP, as you can see. You can do R1, but it's not a very good attack. The R2 is the better one. Like L2, he stamps, and that gives you poise so that people can't knock you over on the ground. Like you get like a boost in poise for like a second while you do that. And you just slash them up. And then the Uji Katana, the special on that is called Unsheath. It's pretty powerful too. You hold L2 and he sheaths the sword, and when you're ready, you press R2. And then he goes overhead. It's like an overhead slash. You can also do an R1 with that as well. So you hold L2, sheath, press R1. Does a quick attack, and then L2 and R2 is the heavier one. Overhead slash. That usually stuns people, posture-wise. Alright, so that'll do it. I'm gonna be signing off, and hope this guide helped anyone who's watching. I mainly made it for my brother. But anyway, thanks a lot. And you know, take care.